Let's make one of the easiest and beginner-friendly quilt pattern that you will ever make called the layer cake shuffle. Now all you'll need is a layer cake or layer cakes depending on what size quilt you want to make, and a layer cake is a 10-inch square. Now the link for this PDF pattern will be down below in the description. Now depending on the quilt size you are making, select some 10-inch squares, and what we will be doing is cutting them into a 5 by 10-inch rectangle, which is pretty simple, and each square will yield two 5 by 10-inch rectangles. Now once everything is cut, that is it. Now you're just going to take one 10-inch square and one 5 by 10-inch rectangle and sew the rectangle on the right side of the square, and that's it. You've now made your quilt block, so go ahead and just keep repeating these steps until you've made enough for the quilt size that you are making. Now to make this quilt top even faster, all you're going to do is take your fabric squares and your rectangles to your sewing machine and go ahead and chain piece each unit one after the other. And you're just going to keep piecing them together and then sew, grab another square and a rectangle, sew again, and you're just going to chain piece it all throughout your machine, which means this quilt will be made in no time. Now once you have all of your quilt blocks made, we are going to keep the rectangle on the right side for your odd rows, and that is, as an example, rows 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, etc., your odd rows. Then for your even rows, you're going to keep the rectangle on the left side, and then of course all you're going to do is sew your blocks together to form rows, and then lastly sew your rows together to complete the quilt top. And here is what my quilt top looks like. Now, since this is a throw quilt that I made for the holidays, I want to go ahead and quilt this with an edge-to-edge quilt pattern, and here is the backing that I will be using as well. Now, for the thread choice, any shade of gray would actually work perfectly, but since its sister quilts were all quilted with this orange thread, I'm just going to keep everything matchy. Plus, it is a great thread choice for the backing as well, since the orange shades pretty much are like the same color. Now, this orange thread is called Lava by Glide Thread, and I will be quilting an edge-to-edge quilt pattern called Spindle from Urban Elements, which I will have a link down below in the description. And here is what my final quilt looks like. Now, once again, this is a super fast and very easy quilt to make. You can make this within a day, and since the holidays are just around the corner, if you need something to whip up quickly, this is the quilt pattern for you. Once again, layer cake shuffle is very beginner friendly, so anyone can do this or try it out at least. Now, I do hope you've enjoyed this very quick tutorial with my latest quilt pattern called layer cake shuffle. If you could please take a moment to hit that like and subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you can be notified for your next amazing quilt project.